Hey, you guys, good evening. It is Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That means UZoom Live. Welcome to UZoom Live. And we got some special stuff here this evening. We're going to be we're unveiling UFunnel this evening. UFunnel is the sales funnels that we will use to drive traffic through our process and bring people to a relaxed and intelligent decision. My name is Joe. I come to you every single morning, actually 12 noon Eastern Standard Time at uradiolive.com. Want to make sure that you guys are showing up for that. I'm waiting this evening for a couple of guys to be joining me here. Victor is the guy. You may have met him last week. Victor is, well, Scott Thompson is here. Hold on, Scott. I'll be bringing you out shortly. First, I want to get to Victor. We want to introduce the UFunnels. Before we get there, though, I do quickly want to remind you that we come together every single day at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. The goal there is to bring you some updates to bring you into the loop on what's happening, what's going on in our community as we move forward towards September 18th, which is coming up very, very quickly. I do have a couple of announcements I can share with you this afternoon here before Victor arrives. As I mentioned earlier today, we have some really cool things that are happening. We've got an event coming up. We're going to be launching our company, as you guys know, on the 18th of September. Right after that, on September 27th, we're going to be having a private event for the people who are participating at the UMaster and at the ULive levels. That's going to be taking place right before the event coming up, where Peter is actually a featured speaker at something called Network Marketing Way to Wealth, Instant Authority. We're going to be promoting that thing throughout the course of the next week or two. We'll make sure that you guys are aware of this thing. We're going to be coming together, and we're going to be doing this pre-launch party, actually. It's going to take place on September 28th, and it's going to be half a day on September 29th. And then on the 29th, we're going to move into the main event where Peter is a featured speaker. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit of information here. Okay. Please bear with me, if you will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, in the chat room here, I'm going to give you guys the link so that you can find out about the event. Okay, here we go. In the chat room, if you can see, there's a tiny URL there. You can go there and you can find out about this event that we're going to be doing, this event that's going to be taking place on September 27th, which is, it's a private event. It's going to be in Peter's hotel suite, and that's going to be strictly for people who are at ULive and the UMastery level. And then after that, beginning on September 28th, we're going to have a get-together, a welcome. We're going to throw everybody we're going to throw a party for everyone. That's going to take place on the 28th and half a day on the 29th as well. Let me see here. I'm still waiting for a couple of our attendees to get here this evening. If you give me 1 second. I don't want to be the one to leak out the URLs, but I know what they are. If I have to, I'll just show them to you guys. Hey, how is everyone tonight? We're doing good. Thank you very much, Tammy. Greg Adams, we're doing great. Hold on. I'm looking up Victor. Thank you, Dr. B. Thank you guys for being patient with us here. We're coming through pre-launch pretty quickly. A lot of stuff is going to be coming live very, very soon. As a matter of fact, earlier today, I was on the radio show and I talked about what happened yesterday. You guys who are part of our community, you know that yesterday was the U Mentor series. It actually went live. The very first, the first segment of the U Mentor series was yesterday, featuring Peter. He did it on a teleconference. And it was about the comfort zone. And it was really, really well done, well organized. Hold on, here's Victor. Hold on. All right, I'm elevating Victor to a panelist. He's going to be joining us. I'll resume this story later. I want to share with you guys exactly what happened. Hey, are you in a helicopter?
I'm in the mobile. Yeah, the helicopter. Yes, we're we're ready to take flight on the U funnel.
Well, what's going on with the U-funnel? I know that we've been promoting it. I saw some of the URLs earlier today. I got a little bit of a sneak peek. And Peter, he's like, do not reveal these URLs yet. Wait for tonight.
Exactly.
So,
And I've got a PowerPoint that's going to go through it, and I'm so excited to be launching this thing.
well, let's get to it. You know, I know that we're already 6 minutes in. I've been just kind of sitting here filling time, telling some stories. We have a very large crew here tonight. I think it's the largest event we've done so far on these
52
Tuesday
people
night events.
live.
Pardon me?
52 people live.
Yeah, and we're just getting started.
So let me check my audio, make sure you can hear me okay.
I can hear you just fine. I can hear you.
Okay. Is that coming through?
No, but I can hear your voice nice and loud.
Yeah, it's probably coming through the let me just I got several microphones here. Okay, so
Now you faded way away. You're way far away now.
Yeah, now you should hear me live.
Yeah, now I can hear you good.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the earbuds. Okay, how's everyone doing out there? Let's write something in the chat. I tell you, we've been working on this thing. Gosh, the system you're going to see has been under construction for almost 3 years. And we just put the finishing touches on it. I'm so happy that we're launching this tonight. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out, everybody. Yes, Mark, good to see you. Okay. Okay. This is going to revolutionize the industry. Here we go. Good morning from Germany. Hey, Jay. Great to see you. Okay, we're firing up the PowerPoint here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Tom, can you still hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, here we go. Okay, are we recording?
We are.
Okay, let me hide the thumbnail video. Move this up there. UFunnel pre-launch. Seeing that?
Yes, sir. We see it.
Okay, so this is an interactive presentation. I really would like your feedback. Let's be really active inside of the chat room. I want to ask everyone to answer this question. Why do we need so many funnels? Isn't one good enough? I get everyone asking me this question. Couldn't you just make one funnel? Keep it simple. Let's just have one funnel. Put your answers in the chat below. Why do we need so many funnels? Like, we have 3 funnels, okay? 3 landing pages. Let's see what people are saying here. I'm going to put the chat up here. Actually, Tom, if you could read me some of the chat, that would be great. That way I could focus on the presentation.
Okay, somebody says here, one won't satisfy every single person out there. They're coming in quickly, targeting markets, comparing results. We have several targets, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Yes, yes.
Folks for different folks. We are many and varied. Meet the people, meet the needs of people at various levels. Different people will relate to different pages. I would say, I would make a contribution and say because they get stale really, really fast. So you want to keep the messaging fresh.
Yeah, that's a really key thing. That's a really key thing. That's why we call this thing the living funnel system, because it's all evolving and living. And the thing is, once you place this landing page, we're going to be tweaking it behind the scenes. So you don't actually have to worry about any of that. All you need to do is focus on your niche. We're going to be talking about that next. So in general, the answer is one size does not fit all. You can see my screen, correct?
Correct.
Good. Okay. Lost my mouse here. Okay. So here's a question. I want everyone to answer this question. What is the only goal of a headline? What is the only goal? In other words, why do you need a headline? It doesn't matter whether it's an email subject line. This is going to completely change your marketing. It changed my marketing when I learned this. It's not what you think. Let me see if anyone says it. Tom, what are people saying there?
I don't see anything yet. Nobody's responded to the question that you just asked.
Okay, what is the only goal of a headline? Email headline, capture page headline, Facebook ad headline.
Capture attention.
Good, but that's not the answer. Keep going.
That's all I got so far.
Okay, come on, let's see some more. Let's see some more.
To get people to read the ad.
That's a good attempt, but nope, that's not it.
That's not it.
Mm-mm.
Anybody else?
See, if you don't know the answer to this, this is probably why your marketing isn't working as well as it possibly could. So I just really want to focus on this.
Elicit emotion, find someone's pain.
That's good, but that's not it.
That's not it.
Mm-mm. Once you get this, you're gonna go, oh my God, this is completely gonna change your marketing. Because I'm gonna reflect back on this one teaching over and over and over again. It's okay, I'll give you, there's a word, it's a single word, it starts with a C. I'm gonna give you a hint.
Capture.
Nope.
Okay, people are claiming that they can't post, and I don't know why, because I'm getting a lot of people who are posting.
Yeah, just click on the little chat icon. You can open up the chat inside.
I've done that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We had a bunch of people. Dr. B says, thank you, Victor. Many comments are panelists only, varieties of spice life. So some people are able to post and some people are unable to post, but I have it open so everyone can post. I didn't turn off the chat. Comments is disabled. Maybe, did you disable comments on your end, Victor? Because I know I didn't on my end.
No, I did not, no.
All right, let me see.
No.
Let me exit.
Well, I see 25 comments in there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, starts with a C, ends with a Y. It's like a game like Jeopardy. Fill in, what was that one, you know, where they turn the letters around?
Oh yeah, what was that? Was that Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
There we go. Connect. That's the answer. Connect.
No, curiosity.
No. Catchy. Comply. Okay, everyone's posting all of a sudden now. Comply. Nope. Catchy. Nope. Connect. Nope. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
I put it all in. I put it in. You should see my screen now. It has the answer on it.
Curiosity. There it is.
Curiosity. Okay. So when you're in your Facebook nude feed and someone posts money proof and they say, hey, look how much money I made last month. Look at this, look at that. Does that build any curiosity at all?
Yes.
No, it does not.
It does not.
Because you're telling people.
I see.
What does build curiosity is if you shoot a selfie of you on the beach in Cayman, and then the next week you're like in Florida, And then you're in New York. People go, how is this guy possibly traveling so much? That builds curiosity. We're going to go deep into this tonight. It's going to totally change your marketing. If you want people to click and read, you must make them curious. So you're not telling them what you're selling them. You're not telling them why you're selling it to them. You're not even telling them what this is. You just want to talk about what it's going to give them. What is it giving you? Emotionally. We're going to talk a little bit about niches and micro niches. So this is something that is part of a larger course that I've been recording for the U Marketplace. Stay tuned for that, but we're going to be talking about niches and micro niches. Don't try to guess your niche. A lot of people say, who is your ideal customer? I'm switching that, and I'm recommending you ask, who is your best customer? Chances are you might already have a customer in some business. I did this interview the other day, and I called up and had a Skype conversation with one of my best customers. I asked them all kinds of questions. Where did you grow up? What are your interests? What are your needs? How can I help you? What is their history? What are they like? What kind of things do they want? And most importantly, what can you do for them? That is going to completely revolutionize your marketing, because you want to find out, what are these people and what do they need? How can you serve them with your business? So let's talk a little bit about a micro niche. A micro niche is a tiny audience within a bigger audience. So for example, affiliates who earn more than $20,000 in a specific network marketing company last year, who spend at least $300 a month on Facebook ads and have their own website. I emphasize that because what makes the audience tiny is that $20,300 a month and having a website. You can actually set all these parameters inside of Facebook, so you're only targeting a very narrow audience. Now, the bigger audience is the niche, and we have 3 niches inside of the U funnel system that we're launching tonight. So stay tuned to the very end, because I'm going to deliver the URLs at the end of this presentation. Okay. Tom, are you tracking with me here?
Yes, but my name is Joe.
I know I call you Tom, but
It's okay.
You're Joe.
I'm Joe. Okay. That's what I Victor. But yes, I'm tracking with you. Yes.
Okay. This is really critical. In another slide, I said another niche would be affiliates who spent more than $5,000 but made no money at all. I didn't include that slide in here, but that's still a niche, but there's a different kind of a micro niche. You need a different funnel and a different capture page to attract people like that. Now you have to ask yourself, do you want to attract people who have made more than 20,000, or do you want to attract people who have spent 5,000 and made no money at all? Different capture page, different language. One will repel the other. And that's the key here, is if someone has made no money at all on the internet, you need to speak to them completely different than you would with someone who's made over 20,000 a month. And if you use the same language with each niche, one will be repelled by your offer. Like, I can't stand those people that dial me up and say, hey, do you want to make 10,000 a month on the internet? And I get it on my phone. I would never, ever respond to that. But there are people out there that do. So if you want to target that huge audience of people who have made no money at all, go for it. We have a funnel for that as well. But, you know, we also have a funnel that's going to attract a more sophisticated audience. And we have a middle of the road as well. It's really, really critical. So I want to talk to you a little bit about finding your avatar, because each of these funnels has an avatar. So the way you find your avatar is you want to discover the kinds of people that are drawn to you. It drives me crazy when marketers are saying, create your ideal customer in your mind. One of my best clients said, I want to target 20 to 35-year-olds. And I said, well, how's that going for you? Well, who's showing up in your business? Okay. Who shows up is a guy named John her #1 distributor. He's got a wife and 2 kids. He's in his 40s. So I say, well, if this guy shows up and he's helping you make 6 figures a year, why are you targeting 20 to 25-year-olds? Think about it. So discover the kinds of people that are drawn to you and the qualities of that micro niche and speak to them in the right way. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense.
Okay. So this is the crux of the road, the crux of the matter here, okay? What we're going to be giving you in UFunnel is the opt-in page. What you guys are going to be responsible, and I'm going to be training on this in weeks to come, is optimal strategies for your Facebook fan page and your Facebook ads. These things you want to focus on before they land on your opt-in page. This is where you can actually drill down your micro niche. Okay? Then, after they've opted in, you're going to be building an email sequence. You're going to have a sales letter, and you're going to want to build that ongoing relationship. You want to do this uniquely for each avatar. Now, how many of you guys have a fan page? Let's see in the chat who has a fan page. Everybody should say, yes, I have a fan page, and maybe pop in the URL of your fan page. Did you know that your fan page has a URL? Okay.
Tammy has 5.
Yeah, I've got like 50 of them. How many do you have? Yeah, put in the number of fan pages that you have and some URLs if you want to, because we're going to check these out. And I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to reflect, on Thursday, if I can come back, I'm going to, refine the funnel a little bit based on the audiences that I see that you have. Your Facebook fan page should be about interests, not about your company or your brand. These do a lot better. Like I have a fan page that's called Surfing and Extreme Lifestyles. It's one of my most active pages because I'm a former surfer. I love surfing. I still surf, but you want to the kind of people that go there, they love GoPro, they love extreme sports, they like skiing, they like jumping off of cliffs. A buddy of mine, he's a marketer, he goes skydiving at night. He jumps out of airplanes in the middle of the night with all kinds of gear. These guys are crazy, and they hang out in my fan page. These are perfect people that you want to target them. You would use a different strategy with a different type of a funnel to reach that person than you would, say, someone who's doing cooking classes. So you have to find your niche, and we're going to be focusing on all this. And take notes on this. These are the 6 stages of your avatar's journey. They're going to show up in your fan page. You're going to reach them again with an ad or a retargeting ad. You want them to opt in, and you want to have them give you your name and their phone number. And we're going to get into a sales letter and ongoing relationship. I'm going to move on. Okay, here are the niche landing pages. Now, we just modified a few, at John's request. The first one is going to say, calling all business owners. Finally, a turnkey system that actually works. Find out why they joined the revolution. And you notice there's no prompt for an email address. These are optimal mobile landing pages. Is that cool or what? When you click that button on a mobile phone, it pops up and asks for their email address. We have found that this more than doubles your opt-in rate on mobile phones. Because people go, oh gosh, are they going to ask me for my email address? What's going to go on? But if you just say, yes, please, how I made a fortune because of a 1-hour meeting, yes, please. Or become the entrepreneur you wish to see in the world. Yes, please. Boom, it pops up. I'm going to be able to demonstrate this live for you at the end of the webinar. Is this cool or what? What do you think?
Way cool. Way cool.
Okay, these are our 3 niches. Now, let me ask you guys, what kind of an audience would you target for the first landing page? Okay. And what kind of an audience would you target for the second landing page? Okay. What kind of an audience would you target for the third landing page? And I gave you a hint in the beginning. Newbies I would send them to the first landing page. People that are interested in coaching and getting coached by you. Remember, the most money you can make in this business is being a coach for others and doing group coaching. It ultimately is going to come down to that. That is the big industry in today's world. Become the entrepreneur you wish to see in the world. These are the people that are going to go at the top tier level. Okay. Now, do you see how a top tier person would probably not respond to the first landing page? I know this because I asked my avatar. Make note of this. I'm going to train on this later if we have time today. If not, on Thursday. I call it Ask Your Avatar. I have a series of questions that you want to ask your avatar. The best avatar is a real person, someone who's an actual customer of yours. Okay? Cool. Let's move right along. Okay, so I want to talk about Facebook best practices because I really would love you economy to succeed, and I want to make sure that everybody follows these Facebook best practices. Before I go into that, do we have any questions? And Joe, if you have any questions before I move on to this.
I don't see anything so far, so I think we're good to go.
Okay, we're good to go?
We're good to go.
Okay, good. So I have some inside sources at Facebook, okay? And they told me that pretty soon fan pages will not have any, like right now it's around 1 to 2% engagement on your posts unless you boost them, okay? But if you do Facebook Live, and Peter's going to be releasing a tool that he talked about once before, allowing you to do Facebook Live using pre-recorded videos. Facebook Live is going to get anywhere from 3 to 5% of your fan base is going to see it. There's another secret I'm going to give you. Stay on Facebook Live for longer than 30 minutes, okay? Nobody knows about this stuff right now. This is insider info from my contacts at Facebook. So you want to be posting Facebook Live videos, engaging and being real with people. And one of the strategies is to email your list the day before and say, I'm going to be on Facebook Live on this channel, on this fan page. Watch for me at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Look forward to chatting with you. Okay? Your Facebook wall is not for marketing. Your Facebook wall is for socializing. Think of Facebook as a bar. If you go to a pub, like an Irish pub, and you sit down to people, you start talking, are you going to start pitching a network marketing opportunity? No. It's okay if you say 10 to 1 ratio. So that's the ratio right now that I found works the best, is you want to share something from your fan page 1 out of 10 times. Try to just be engaging. Don't be putting lots of spammy or screenshots of your back office and things like that on your personal wall. It's not a good practice. Think of fan pages like seminars, and your capture page is the back of the room. I want to point you down success lane. This is the best practices, okay? Always post links on fan pages, not on your wall. Please, the links I'm going to give to you tonight, do not post these links on your wall. Please post them on your fan page instead. That gives you that buffering, that little bit of room where you can still recover your account. Now, fan pages are more scrutinized than your wall. Your wall is like your personal profile. Facebook likes having links on fan pages, and they are more forgiving if you do that because they want you to boost the ad. My recommendation is post a link on your fan page, boost it, wait till you get about 500 or 600 people engaging with that, maybe 1,000 people, and then share it on your personal wall. Got it? Don't share something on your personal wall that only has like 3 or 4 likes on it. It makes you look like you're a newbie marketer. unless you want to go under the radar. I like to sometimes go under the radar. So it depends. Create fan pages around one interest and one audience. Boost posts, split tests, and share to all after testing. And like I said, the sweet spot is 300, 400, 500 likes, 600 likes, or more. Okay, is this good information? Let's get some chat going in here. Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah, Tammy says it's a good tip. Simon is edifying. Facebook best practice is essential. Ray is taking notes. Valerie says yes. Anita says yes. Excellent info, says Lofty.
Okay.
So everyone's excited. I got a quick question though. Like, what for the newbie, for somebody getting started, how do you go from 0 to 600 likes? You know, I mean, if you're just really getting started, which many of our people are neophytes, right? They're brand new. Is there a strategy, or will you get?
There's totally a strategy.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 2 strategies. Take notes on this. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, 3 strategies. First thing you should do is create a fan page around your favorite interests, your favorite hobby, something you feel passionate about. You know, like a Tony Robbins live life with passion kind of a thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Create a fan page around that subject. Like for me, it was surfing. And then do a like campaign. But in your like campaign, put a link to your capture page. Do you know that you don't pay a penny for them clicking on the link? You only pay for the like. Think about that. You're only paying for the like, but you can put links inside of the like campaign. Same thing with Twitter. This is a total gangster ninja strategy for Twitter. You can buy likes on your Twitter campaign and put your funnel link inside of the post on Twitter. And then purchase a like campaign. Is that cool or what?
It is, and people are responding. Okay, like Tammy, I'm getting 100 a day now. I need 1,000. So she says, so boost the fan page itself, question mark, not the
Yeah, boost the fan page with likes to your page.
She says, wow.
Until you get like 6,000 likes, 10,000 likes. And this is agency stuff. Like I have an ad agency. And so like when like a wedding company comes to us, we boosted them to 14,000 likes. Boom. 14,000 likes. It was the best money they ever spent. One wedding paid for it. Make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Marion Barry, not the mayor, he wants to know how, you know, will there be a how-to video on this?
Yes, I'm going to do training on this.
Okay.
I want to start doing these type of deep dive, trainings based on real world clients and real world stuff with you guys.
Awesome.
Okay.
I hope I didn't throw you off I didn't want to throw you off yeah, I know you have a strategy here. I'm sorry. I had to throw that question out. I know people had it.
No. Please feel free to stop me because I want to make sure that we get all of the best information here in the live setting so you guys can share this. And we're going to put some of these videos into the into the back office so that you can get people engaged with this. This is the stuff that really matters. Okay. Now I'm going to go through the no list. This is my 5 big no-nos. Okay. And please don't put any claims ever in Facebook. They don't like it. I went to a very, very expensive Facebook marketing seminar, and the guy was saying, look, save yourself a headache. Don't make any claims. Don't say, hey, here's how much money I make. Here's how much money you're going to make. Just avoid that. Instead, just share from your own life. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Take a look at where I am. Like, I don't know if you guys are visiting my wall, but I went to the 50th anniversary of Summer of Love in San Francisco celebration. There were 15,000 people. We had the original bands from that era, including It's a Beautiful Day. I had so much engagement. So many people were messaging me privately. Hey, wow, that's so cool and everything like that. So share your travels. Book a trip to Ireland. Did you know that Ireland is one of the lowest cost places you can visit? You can stay in a castle for under $2,000, including airfare. It's amazing. I'll share with you the places and the tour company I went with. I like to go to Ireland every year. I don't know why. I just love Ireland. And people love it because it's like, wow, you went to Ireland. And Star Wars Island, you know, the island that the new Star Wars film is all going to be out. Been there. So share these real stories. Go back in your archives and grab some photos of beautiful places you've traveled. Create a little a travel fan page, okay? So these are the things I recommend you don't do. Don't share any claims. Don't share any money proof. Don't share any hype. Don't share any fake news. That term didn't even exist until the political campaign. No scams. Please don't do that practice on YouTube or Facebook where it says, "Is U economy a scam?" Just don't do that, please. We want to keep U economy as clean with as high integrity as we possibly can. Visit facebook.com/policies. Read everything in there, especially the one about ads. And I'm going to give you the cliff notes here now. Multi-level marketing. I'm going to read this. This is really, really critical and important. This is in the "this will shut your account down" section. A lot of people have a false belief that MLM, network marketing, business opportunities are not allowed on Facebook. No, that's not true. What's not allowed is the get-rich-quick approach of language. That's it. MLM is booming on Facebook. You just have to do it right. Ads promoting income opportunities must fully describe the associated product or business model and must not promote business models offering quick compensation for little investment, including multi-level marketing opportunities. Examples: get-rich-quick schemes. Now keep in mind, the people who started Facebook, I don't know if you've seen the film Social Network. How many people have seen the film Social Network? Say yes in the chat. Okay. And who is the founder of Facebook? Joe?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. Mm-hmm. I got a chance to hang out with Mark when he was receiving the award for the best software technology at the Webby Awards in San Francisco. Really cool guy. Okay. He basically created this as a college type atmosphere, and then it extended into the world. Okay. The way they got started is by human beings looking at photos. They had a staff that would spot check every single photo. They still do that. Whenever you post an ad, you'll notice there's like a 5 to 10 minute window while they're checking you out. Okay. If you have a track record with Facebook, that window goes down to seconds. If you're an agency like we are, a digital engagement group, you have a little bit more authority, and there's a little bit faster of a time that they approve your ads. Or if you're working with an agency, that's also going to help you. But there's nothing wrong with promoting as long as you're sticking to your fan page and you're not making outrageous claims. You're not saying that, hey, you're going to pay $25, you're going to get back $1,000. Just avoid that. Share your personal experience, okay? And that all of that is in that page. But you don't have to worry. I'm giving you all this detail because I want you guys to succeed. Who wants to go down success lane instead of failure drive? Let's say I want success. Let's put that in the chat. I'm going to share a little bit of a story from my partner, Bob Heyman at the Digital Engagement Group. And he coincidentally, he coined the term search engine optimization back in 1995 with the band Jefferson Starship. We're going to have that story, and maybe Bob can come on as a guest in one of these talks. But Bob is a great guy, and he shared with me this story. It changed my marketing. It changed my life. He was on retainer with a very expensive retainer with his agency investigating the return on investment for one of his clients. It makes about $9 million a year, I think. And they were analyzing where is their marketing spent best spent. postcards, advertising, internet, banners, email marketing, teleconferences, webinars, seminars, and take a guess what was their number one best practice, their highest income producing activity. Put that in the chat. What do you think was the highest income producing activity of any form of marketing? And Joe, could you read me some of the answers?
Social media, Facebook ads, email, word of mouth, Facebook Live, Facebook, person to person. Facebook
you got it,
ads.
person to person. $9 million a year company, the best ROI, and they measured this, was when the CEO and his son made 15-minute calls to their customers. So they switched the company around and they outsourced everything else so that it would free up the time for the CEO and his son to connect with their best customers. Wow. So John Reigard, who might be on the call a little bit later, he's a big outsourcing guy, and I really am so blessed for John because he gets it. You want to outsource all this stuff. I might do a training on how to work with Upwork. I do a lot of work with Upwork, but you want to outsource your social media. You want to outsource all the stuff you don't really need to be doing. Free up your time so that you can engage, so that you can really connect with your best customers. Okay, want the links? Here you go.
Yes. leadtoolbox.com/you/your username. Try it on your phone. Okay. dialamiracle.com/you/your username. digitalfranchise.net/you/your username. These links are live right now. We're going to be testing them. What I mean by testing, let me qualify that, is we're going to be observing how well these perform with your different markets. Now, Lead Toolbox is for the people that sort of are the newbies, okay? They want to get leads. It works for business owners. It works for network marketing. It's all about lead generation. Leads for your existing business, leads for your network marketing company. Dial a Miracle is for coaching, okay? If you have a coaching audience and you want to have people sign up for a coaching call, you'll see the capture page is all geared around coaching. Digital Franchise. These are the big spenders. If you want to target big spenders, you might want to delay that link a little bit further. One of my colleagues, he gave 6 hours of quality marketing training before he gave the link to purchase, opt in, or buy. Okay, that one campaign, I was one of his affiliates, I produced a 10x return on my advertising investment. In other words, for every dollar I spent on advertising, I made $10 in return during that launch. The best launch I've ever done. I learned from it. If you want to have those big numbers, delay as long as you can the request for them to give you anything back. Okay? So you'll also notice about the hook, but that's advanced stuff. Let me go back to these capture pages here. Okay, are you guys having a good time? Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, so these are the 3 capture pages. You have the links. Okay, I want to have some discussions in the time we have left. Let me give you a few more things. I actually gave all of us a homework assignment. Who wants a homework assignment between now and Thursday?
Me.
Okay.
Simon does. Dr. B does. Sunita does. Marion Barry does. Tammy. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give you my email address for the uFunnel. Okay, it's support@ufunnel.net. Okay, Once you complete your assignment, please send to that email 10 headlines for each of these 3 landing pages. If you do this exercise, this is going to completely change your life. Now, here's my strategy for building the best headlines. One of my friends and mentors was Jack Canfield. I love Jack's stuff. I'm going to give you his link, jackcanfield.com. Go opt in to his list and take a look at how engaging he is. It's 10 days of free training in motivation and personal growth. He's very inspiring. He's a very engaging speaker. As you're listening to that, and you have like maybe 30 minutes of audio, when you're feeling really, really excited and exhilarated, that's when you sit down to write your headline. Maybe even while you're listening to an audio, or you're listening to Napoleon Hill. Whatever is inspiring you, don't stop until you have 10 headlines. 10 headlines for the first newbie marketer. Newbie marketer. What would be a headline for a newbie marketer? Next one. What would be someone that's kind of been around for a while, but they're looking for some coaching, they're looking for some mentoring, they're looking for that tipping point that's going to make them succeed. They've already invested money on the internet, but they want a coach that's going to bring them to the next level. They're looking for a mentor. And then that final one, the big ticket spender, says, look, like, one of my clients, she spent $95,000 on coaching and training programs and mentorship. Okay, do you want to be selling her the same way as you do a newbie marketer? No. You want to make sure that you attract the right audience to your offer. So 10 headlines for each one. Send it to support@ufunnel.net. And I will personally look at those, and some of these we will incorporate into some little secret URLs that we have. Okay? You can actually swap these headlines. We're going to be building a headline database of the very best high converting headlines, and we'll be testing them for you. The whole thing is going to be, and it's launching right now. It's going to be great. Okay, everyone say, it's going to be great. It is great in the chat. And if you guys want to jump in right now and you want to start writing some headlines, feel free to pop them in the chat. And Joe, go ahead and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to cover, or how are we doing on time here?
Well, we got about 10 more minutes, and I see that John Reigard is sitting to your left on the dashboard here. John had a little situation. John, your name has been thrown out here by Victor several times. You really got a big fan with Victor. He really is appreciative of the stuff that you brought to the table, especially when it comes to outsourcing. So we've had a really good time here. I will say, okay, Meredith says he mentioned these are mobile capture pages, right? What about?
Yes, these are mobile capture pages, and you'll see that if you're on a desktop and you go to the capture page, it goes straight to asking for the email and opt in. But if you're on a mobile capture page, it gives you more room. That way, they have a chance to make a decision based on your headline before you hit them up for an email address. So it automatically detects if you're on a mobile device or if you're on a desktop.
What about autoresponders, and what do they see on the next page? Well, I would suggest that we go through the funnels, right, Victor? We should just...
Well, the autoresponders, you need to set those up. Remember my earlier slide? Okay. The email sequence, you set that up inside of your UEconomy back office.
Got it.
Okay. Because remember, the autoresponder needs to speak to your avatar. The opt-in page, the most you can do is pre-frame your avatar, handle their objections, and then send them to the opt-in page, and then reinforce the conversation with their micro niche. Okay? What we're giving you are the 3 big niches. You guys will do much better if you hone it down to your micro niches.
And everybody, this is John. That is a big part of what UEconomy is all about, is for all of you to get your brand settled, and then your niches within the brand, and just take off. I'm sure it's been said that the base level, the $50 everybody pays for you crew, we're providing these 3 avatars, these 3, funnel setups that you don't have to pay any more for. But there will be an ability later to take advantage of other, customized abilities, and you'll want to pay for that because it's the right thing to do at that point in your process. But for a lot of you, these 3 will be just great, and they will take care of you as a let's say your main focus is to be an affiliate. You don't want to write a book right now. You don't really want to do a video series at this moment. You just want to take advantage of all the goodness about as far as economy. So I don't know what was said, but I do know my friend Victor. He can get complex in a hurry. I love you, buddy. But he can go off in places that are far, far away for 80% of us. And that is, let's just focus on the basics. You're going to have them in your back office. You're going to be able to click on the one you want to use. You're going to be able to set up your autoresponder, Joe, and everybody else, and boom. That's as simple as it is, okay? Now, if we want to do more, he gave you an advanced course today. I think you went into Facebook as well. We talked about you going into Facebook principles today, as well as Victor, you and I were talking about other things too. So, Facebook is another world. We'll go there in a second. But I hope everybody understands that. It doesn't have to be difficult. I also wanted to say, we're going to get to the top of the hour pretty quick here, and we don't want to hold everybody up from their evenings, that things are progressing nicely. We are in the pre-launch. We've exited now the founder stage. We're in pre-launch until September 18th. And we've got lots of time to solidify things that are going to work well. You will get all the support you need in the next 2 weeks, to less than that, really. This being the first thing that's going to help you take off. We have a great offer, a terrific executive team. We've got leadership. We've got everything you'd want in a business. What we haven't had, and we're starting to work on now, is you tools. That's the responsibility of mine. As the master affiliate, that's my responsibility. You faculty is going to start to do some faculty webinars, okay? And that's going to be great. Don't do too much flashing around there, Victor, because people won't stay with me.
Okay.
You're going to have faculty that's going to present some things, possibly starting this week, for sure next week, and we're going to have Victor's part of that faculty, and you're going to get things that we're going to put in our back office. You're all going to have the ability to see them, utilize them, watch them again and again. Don't worry for a second. All of this will be on video. That's what we're about. We're a big, big, huge video library going forward. The coaching program is getting very close to going forward. We just worked on some financial solutions for everybody. I'm very, 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 very happy about what I've heard there the last couple of days. It's going to be something that I think all of you will like. It'll serve everybody, and one part of it will blow you away, and I'm not going to share it. Probably Thursday night, so come back Thursday, invite everybody on there, and Peter and I and maybe a few others will share about the coaching, about the faculty, about more of the U tools. Because this is my model, because this is what I've done for 16 years since I left Silicon Valley, is we create momentum. The only way to create momentum is not with some pretty product or even some pretty funnel. Victor can do a beautiful funnel for us, but if we don't send traffic to it, we ain't got nothing. We got nothing. So get ready. Prepare yourself. Some of you are going, wow, it's taking no time at all. Some of you are going, it's taking a long time. Remember where we are. This is pre-launch. We're not launched yet, but you have an opportunity to take this forward and really, really run with it. And it starts right now. This is where the timer starts for me as far as being responsible for the U tools. It's right now. This funnel, what will you do with it? Well, you got to get more direction from us. But a lot of you know how to work with it, funnels, once you get them. Some of you don't. You're both going to get support from us. So I want to make sure I got that in, Joe, as a top end. Maybe that would have been better at the start of the meeting, but not really. I had to actually help a real good friend who had to go to the hospital, so I'm sorry I couldn't be here at the top.
I do have a question to ask, though, if I may. And I think I'm speaking on behalf of everyone who is viewing. There seems to be a pattern here, John. I always see you coming to us from your automobile or your truck, whatever it is. And now today, Victor's coming from his car or his helicopter. And is there a method? Is there a reason psychologically that you guys always are transmitting from your car, or are you just busy guys? What's up?
My answer is that I am very busy. I am on the board of 5 companies, and a lot of things are happening. I'm still in my shorts, but I'm still moving around a lot, mostly around Northern California. Sometimes I fly, and I got a lot of really competent people who are sitting at their desk. Usually, Victor. Now, Victor is not supposed to be on the road like me, but he is today because I think the last answer I'd say is that we both, Victor and I have known each other over 10 years, probably 11 now, and we both thrive on freedom. And I hope you all will too. And that I'm not tethered to my lake house, although I would like to sometimes just stay right there. I'm not really tethered by anything. I mean, when you make enough money and you have time and you can contribute to people, you want to contribute, right? Everybody on this line wants to contribute. So that's the answer, is that we're trying to exercise our rights to be free.
Well, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. And I'll also say that we only got 3 minutes left here before we're at the top of the hour. And I would like to say thank you so much, Victor. And I know that you said it was a 3-year project. So I know you represent John and Peter and probably dozens of programmers and genius people who do sales funnels for a world. I know there's a lot of guys. And, I'm involved in companies that do training, and, we have academies, and what you have shared with us here today in 45, 50 minutes, it truly is head and shoulders above the rest of the content that I've seen out there. So I'm really happy to be a member of our team. And I'm really excited. If this is only the beginning, John, you're blowing me away.
I mean, it's gonna be so, and we're gonna hit everybody. We're gonna come right in to close out. Just know that we've chosen September for a reason. You know what the biggest quarter of the year is? Obviously, with Christmas being a big part, but not only that, people come off of summer and they're ready to roll. If all of you get ready and you learn enough, you're ready with your funnel, you're ready with your traffic, you learn what we're going to teach you about Facebook, all of the faculty webinars, I'll just tell you, you're going to be ready. You're going to be like a spring going boom, and you're going to go right into the market when we are just closing the first 2 weeks of September. And then we'll carry that right into Thanksgiving, and you'll have such a jolt into the new year. So just know you're in a good spot. Thanks, Joe, for everything here. And Victor, I didn't hear you, but I know you. I've listened to you maybe 1,000 times in my life, so I'm sure you did a good job, as you always do.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody who attended tonight. We'll see you back tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern as we come together every weekday with U Radio Live, and we'll be back here on Thursday night to continue this discussion as well. And remember your homework, everybody. Send your idea for headlines to support@ufunnel.net. And I'm ready.
Someone asked a question about the 3 niches, and I wanted to clarify that. The first niche is, you want to think of it as a new person. Maybe someone who's been involved with network marketing before, but isn't really that savvy with internet marketing. That'd be the first niche. The second niche is someone who's actively seeking coaching, someone who's been around the block, but they haven't quite broken through and they're looking for a mentor. And that mentor is you.
Not only that, let me add to that. That avatar is for the you coaches, which is we're going to close business for all of you. So
yeah.
Yes.
And then the third avatar is for the seasoned veterans that have been around the while. They've seen it all. They're a little jaded like me. This is my 30th year online. So I'm just like been around a long time. But but a lot of people haven't been around that long. And if you want to target these 3 niches. So the third niche would be is people who want to leave an impact on the world. They want to leave behind a legacy. They are interested in the franchise model. That's why it's called a digital franchise, digitalfranchise.net. And thank you so much to Peter for contributing these domains for us to use as a community. Okay, that's why I gave you this extensive training at the beginning so that you have the best practices, so that we can preserve the domains, so that we don't have it, so that it goes smoothly. This launch goes smoothly, and that everyone has lots of leads and lots of capture. Now, let me explain one thing: is all these leads will show up inside of your U Economy back office. So if people are only willing to give you their email, you're going to have their email in your back office. And what I said earlier is send them a one-on-one email. If you send people one-on-one personal emails, especially when you're getting started, build that relationship with them. Follow up with a 15-minute phone call. You're going to see that if that same person had an email and then all of a sudden they turn around and they will have a phone number showing up in there, boom, give them a call. Catch them while the iron is hot. So just click refresh on your U-Economy. I always have the U-Crew inside of my leads, and I'm just hitting refresh on that button throughout the day and just seeing what leads are coming in. That's the best practice that I can share with you guys. Yeah, that's all you have to do is market and drill down your micro niche. Like the niche I said is, I'm looking for people that have spent $20,000 or more. I actually have made $20,000 or more in their business, and they're actively promoting on Facebook, and they have a website. Those are the kind of people that I'm looking for. The kind of people you're looking for are different. You can fit these micro niches inside of the big niches that we've given you, and we're going to have more niches coming soon. So I love to do the live long and prosper, my friends. And I'm going to go see Transformers in IMAX 3D. So that's why I'm in the helicopter.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll answer any more questions we have tomorrow at U Radio Live. Until then, thank you, everyone, for showing up.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.